Good morning from my shoddy little room in Jinudanda. Looks like I lucked out pretty good with the weather. Yesterday for my summit was nice and clear, but it looks like whoever's up there today is all clouded in. So I was sandwiched in between cloudy days, so my timing was perfect. I've got just over a kilometer to get out of here, and then I'll be waiting at the Jeeps. Take the Jeep, I think, down to another waiting spot where I might have to hike about 4K, and then get another shared Jeep or bus or something back to Pokhara. But not much walking today, mostly bus travel. Get back to town, get a proper shower, relax a little bit, maybe even pick up another massage. Right now I'm just going to grab a breakfast and then we'll hit the trail. Alright, just after 7, some French toast and hot chocolate. But I don't feel as bad as I thought I did. My knees probably could use a rest. A short little down across the bridge, bit of a climb to the Jeeps. Let's see how long I have to wait to get out of here. And crossing through the finish line. See you again. Probably not. And even though I have some climbing, officially this is the end of the base camp trek. Alright, got here at 7:30. All the Jeeps are lined up. A couple groups, but I couldn't fit in their Jeeps. So now I have to wait for some people to show up. We do a short little drive, and then we gotta walk down where the road is under construction, and then grab another Jeep to Pokhara. Okay, managed to get in a Jeep with a couple other people. Okay, got the first Jeep, and now I'm on the chaos of the second Jeep. There's a bunch of random people, don't know what's going on or who's going where, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Okay, looks like I got a sharing Jeep, and maybe for 2,500 bucks, which is 25 bucks. I'll take it. Because it's starting to rain. Canada.
Canada, oh cool. We're from Australia.
I would have figured that out pretty quick. Alright, I've got my sharing Jeep. I think about 25 bucks with my Australian friends.
Sunkit and Prathu.
Sunkit and Prathu, and I'm Mitch.
Mitch, hi Mitch.
Nice to meet you. We've got a 2-3 hour ride together. Finishing the trek in the sun, and then started to rain today, and now this is our drive back to Pokhara in the fog. Alright, back in Pokhara. It's a mix of sun and sprinkles. It is 10:30. I'm gonna grab something to eat and maybe a coffee, and then head over to the hotel and clean up, do laundry, relax for a little bit, and then plan out my next few days. Maybe try and find a massage today. Alright, I sufficiently stuffed my face with cappuccino, then I had a salad, then I had a cheese sandwich, and finished it off with a ice cream brownie. I'm just gonna wander to my hotel. Namaste. Good morning. I have just booked the zip line. It's apparently the fastest zip line in the world. I've got a 45-minute ride up the mountain, and then a little briefing, and then a 90-second ride, and then a 30-minute ride back. Looks like around a 3-hour excursion for 90 seconds of adrenaline rush. We leave in about 50 minutes, so it gives me enough time to go grab a cappuccino. Right now I'm the only one. I'm sure there'll be more. Sir. Namaste.
How are you? Canada, from Canada?
Canada, yeah. It's so early that no one is here. The clouds have rolled in over the mountains. It was super clear this morning. Spectacular views. I was actually just up there. So they claim it's the world's steepest zip line. 1.8 kilometers long. There's the start. Somewhere down there is the finish. A couple of workers go do a test ride and then off I go, I guess.
Normally that is not going to happen, but if that happened to you, then you need to continuously pull this release, spinning on the way. If you are turning around on the way, especially at the landing, your position need to be straight. You can have a nice ride. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Spread your legs.
And off I go! Woo! Woo!
How was your ride?
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah, it was okay. It was good. It was fun. Fast. All the way up there, 90 seconds later, down here. Woo! There you go, $90 for 90 seconds. Buck a second. Didn't feel like I was going as fast as I thought, but that was still fun. And now the obligatory souvenir shop visit. Wow, I got my own certificate to show I did it. All right, zip line done. Time to grab a breakfast. And then it's gonna get hot today, so plan out my next adventure today. All right, just rented a paddleboard for $4 for an hour. Just getting it all squared away. I have the exact same one at home. Look at that. I think they ordered from the same place as I did. Paddleboarding in Nepal. Everyone has the paddle boards, but I'm the only one standing. I'm an anomaly. People want me to teach them how to do it. Out in the middle of the lake. Started from way over there. There's a little island over there. And clouds all around me threatening thunderstorms. Water's getting a little choppy. With it being 30 degrees or so, it's nice out here on the water with the breeze, and it's cool. I'll have to head back soon. Have a big boy beverage along the waterfront. Sadly, this lake is full of garbage, just as I suspected. Not really where I want to swim. Happy hour drinks and nachos and burger at the Gecko Bar. And I've got about a 2 or 3K walk back. Definitely not tipsy. Okay, back at my rooftop patio. Still really muggy and hot, but I'm pretty much done for the day. Anyway, tomorrow I plan on renting a scooter and checking out the outskirts. So we'll pick it up again tomorrow. See you in the morning. Good morning from out on the streets of Pokhara. A little change of plans. Said I was gonna rent a scooter today, but I've been sitting on my fat ass for a couple days, so I figure I better get out walking again. I'm gonna go check out a few trails that are in the neck of the woods. There's a Peace Pagoda, there's Devil's Falls, and we're on a 6K walk, but I think there's some climbing included in that, so I can work off some of those desserts and junk I've been eating for the last few days. I think I am on the Peace Pagoda walk. Nobody's in here. These are the first people I've seen in the last 15 minutes. This is steep and it's hot. I just want to have a nap. It's nice though. I can hear birds and nature and hardly any sounds from the city except for the occasional bus horn. As usual, I found a path that not many tourists take. Surprisingly, with there being garbage everywhere else, all in the lake, everywhere you go, even on the Everest and Annapurna trails, garbage everywhere. I have not seen any garbage on this trail. Okay, out of the forest, back into semi-civilization and the temple, my goal. Another random trail through fields, which is kind of a shortcut to get to the road. I just go in the general direction and figure I'll end up somewhere eventually. And then you end up at a chicken farm. Free range. Other adventurers like me. Indeed, I knew there'd be a path, staircase eventually. Alright, made it back down to civilization. A little bit of a walk along here. Should take me to Devil's Falls. I am now in Mahadev Cave. Some cave in the middle of the street that I wandered into. It's quite an extensive cave system. Can't see it very well, but the water is rushing through a waterfall at the end of the cave. Alright, Devil's Falls done, Mahadev Cave done. Have to say, the falls is nice, but as standard, every time I travel to these third world countries, garbage is everywhere. They charge entrance fees. At least have somebody clean up the goddamn place. Tickets are strewn all over the place. Bottles everywhere. I just hung out in Damn Front Brew and Bites. And what a smoking deal. I had a Coke, iced mocha, French fries, a wrap, and a bottle of water, and it all came to under 10 bucks. And I also spent an inordinate amount of time booking my flights for a couple days from now to my next destination on this excursion. And that day is going to be a complete fiasco of traveling all day, and if everything works out, I will make all my connections. I've got one more day here in Pokhara tomorrow, and then start my journey the next day. I'll have 3 flights that day. You'll just have to wait to see what my next country is. A couple of K back to the hotel, and maybe a cold shower or something. I don't know. I'm dying. It's so hot and muggy. I feel so gross. Good morning. Today is going to be a fairly relaxed day. I've got to go drop my box off at the shippers. Getting rid of some cold weather gear that I won't need in my next destination. And some extra clothes that I brought too much of. So my bag will be about 1 pound lighter. Whoopee! So just a bit of errands today, and then tomorrow morning, I think I hit 5 airports tomorrow. By DHL, $140 for my 2 kilogram box. It's ridiculous. I don't know how these companies stay in business. Okay, apparently there's another place, Air Max or something, courier, so I'll try that. But the lowest price you could get was $80, which is ridiculous for my 2 kilogram box of clothes. How does anybody ship anything anywhere? This scale is better. It's at 2.26. The other scale is at 2.75. Let's see what I weigh. 90. The other one said 89. Absolutely brutal. The best they could do is 80 bucks. Insane. I'm gonna spend 80 bucks to ship 20 bucks worth of stuff. Okay, repackaged it into a smaller box, and the best price I could get is about 57 bucks. I'm just gonna do it. And that's it. Basically about 60 bucks to ship some junk back home and an hour or so of mucking about. I've wandered into some kind of a protest. The riot police are here. The protesters are here. What it's all about is a mystery. hidden bar. Dam Front Brewing Bites. If you're in Pokhara, it's the best deal I've found going. I just had 2 Cokes, a wrap and fries, and a iced mocha for just under $7. It was worth pushing through the protests and almost dying just to get here. I wander back and look at start packing. It is so disgustingly hot I can barely function. There's some dark looking clouds and a pretty good breeze, so I'm hoping maybe we'll get a brief shower, which might cool everything down a little bit. Good morning from Pokhara Airport, where I'm waiting for my 20-minute flight to Kathmandu. It's just before 8. I originally booked a 11 o'clock flight, which was going to get me in at 11:30, and then my next flight was at 1:30. But knowing all the delays that always happen on every flight that I've been on, that was really tight, so I said, maybe I'll try and get on the 8:30 flight, and then I'll have more time in the airport in Kathmandu than I want, but at least I know I'll be there in plenty of time. And already I think there's delays for this 8:30 flight. Luckily, the airlines here let you change around for free, so no problems. Got here just in time, checked in, and now I'm waiting. The start of my hell day. So I've got a short flight to Kathmandu, then I'll have 3 or 4 hours in Kathmandu airport, and then another 4 hours to Bangkok, and then I've got about 6 hours to change airports in Bangkok. Then I've got another 5-hour flight to my next destination, which gets me in tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. So while my day will be like 24 hours plus of flying and running around, you will get to find out in a few minutes where my next destination is. So of course now I'm here way too early. It's 9:30, my flight's at 1:30, and since I'm flying business, should be able to have a quick check-in and maybe even have some kind of shady lounge in the Kathmandu airport. Great, they've taken my food order already, drink order, including the cocktail. Fortunately, it's only just under a 3-hour flight. Okay, made it through customs, off the plane, baggage super quick. When you're flying business, all your stuff comes first. My next flight's 5-6 hours, not in business. I got a transfer between airports here in Thailand, so there's this free shuttle bus. I think the shuttle bus takes about an hour, and I have 5 hours till my next flight. And just like that, I am in